Wow.
Welcome to Third and Inches, the sports podcast. And today we have our first guest.
Oh, wow. Wow, the first one.
Whoa,
Yeah,
first guess.
Okay, can I give you one piece of advice?
Yeah.
Get a good chair. First piece of advice, get a chair. I sit down, I feel small now.
You're just a tiny human.
You guys,
You're
I'm
4'11".
I'm 4'11".
You're 4'11".
Yeah.
Call me then it's okay, you can say the M word. If I'm actually 4'11", I give you permission to call me the M.
Midget? We said midget like
Yeah, we do
times
say
last
we
week.
say a lot.
I didn't know I was on one of these podcasts. Jesus.
That's one of the off, that word you can say. Certain ones are off limits.
Like what?
Can't say Jalen Hurts is ugly.
That's true.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
say that.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can think he's not a good quarterback, but you can't think he's ugly.
He's an attractive man.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
There
You
you go.
passed the first one.
He reminds me of what's his face from the new Rocky movies.
Michael B. Jordan?
He
Michael B.
reminds me.
Jordan?
He has he gives me like Michael B. Jordan kind of like energy.
Yeah.
Does Jalen Hurts give you Collin energy?
Colin? No, you're not a black man nor a premier athlete.
There you have it.
First off,
You know what?
the jury's still out on both of them.
You remind me of like a sewer rat. You know?
Oh, yeah, no, you guys tried saying I
good.
looked like the guy from Flushed Away once. didn't
Yeah,
you?
you do. He does. He does.
Yeah.
No, but then I replied, they say all white men just look like the guy from Flushed Away.
What's
I've seen
Flushed
it on
Away?
TikTok.
Nope.
You don't know Flushed Away?
No.
Oh, you never had a Happy Meal toy as a kid, dude?
Yeah, it's
I still have one.
It was like a DreamWorks movie. I think it was their come back to Ratatouille.
Really?
And it was about a rat that gets flushed down the toilet, and he lives in a house. He's a pet rat in like Britain. It's Hugh Jackman, and then who's the other dude? It's another famous guy, right?
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember Flushed Away.
Okay,
Anyway,
can
he
we?
gets flushed down, and he has to like live in the sewer and become. He has to go from rags or riches to rags.
By the people who made like the Wallace and Gromit ones.
it looks
Oh,
like
so
that.
it's like claymation.
Yeah.
Here,
yeah.
I'm calling it
But
up.
it's
Like
a little rat man in a suit.
So yeah, you're that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
That guy, right? And
You
there's-
look like that's you.
Yeah.
You're a little rat boy.
He's not little. He's a man. He's a rat man.
Nah, he's a little rat boy.
I'm a big rat man. Okay.
I'll let you have this one. You can be
Excuse
a
me,
big rat
madam.
man.
I'm a big rat man. All right.
Do you think I look like Aaron Hernandez?
That's why would you want to?
I'm not saying I want to, but
very
it's-
proud of it,
Not
honestly.
real. If he had AIDS, maybe.
No, he didn't have AIDS.
No, what I'm saying, you look like him if he had AIDS.
You have
First
to
off,
use the imagination.
I'm
here.
207 pounds.
The AIDS is just kicking in for you, though.
Yeah, it's just
You were
kicking
350 before the AIDS.
in. Yeah, you.
Could be.
You
I
were
think
a real
we're like
man.
the same height. He wasn't that tall.
You're so obsessed with other men's height.
I'm not. What? I remember things.
You remember things? I think I've told you this privately. I'll do this on a platform. I think you're gay, and that's and not like gay and like the joke. I think you're a homosexual, and that's completely fine. And
First off, I haven't said anything that would suggest otherwise.
because you just know very specific details about other men's body parts.
Okay,
You'll
what?
be like, man, I'm not a big Cooper Rush fan, but man, that crotch though, that works. That crotch area works, man.
Tony.
That's why he gets wins, dude. That crotch area. And I'm
First
like,
off,
all right.
I mean, I just remember numbers. Numbers go in, and then it's easy to.
Numbers
dick
of people's
sizes.
heights.
No.
You know.
No. Look, I'm a man. I'm a man.
Yeah, men can be gay.
There's nothing wrong with
And
that.
that's half of the gay population.
Every man should know his favorite quarterback's height.
We were talking about Hernandez though. That's not the quarterback, and he was never on your team.
Aaron Hernandez, 6'1", 245 pounds.
See,
Wow.
dude, I get 30 pounds. I'm Aaron Hernandez.
This is
Told you he was
where
6'1".
2 episodes in, this is kind of the podcast. It's us convincing Colin that he's gay and him
I'm getting-
dismissing it by
I'm getting
shouting
gayer
men's
each
height.
First episode, I was a happily married man. You notice how the rings are on this finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're like the happily married guy, 2 kids, but you.
Oh, you saying my
blow
wife's-
man in a Macy's
My
bathroom.
wife, yeah, I married a beard, like that whole thing.
It's okay. You just need to live your truth.
And every night she cries, she's like, "He'll love me.
Yeah.
He'll love
You can
me.
only have sex in doggy
This is
style
just
with
the face." I don't know why you're dating. What's her face? The butler from Dark Knight. It's just
Michael,
Alfred.
you're a Michael Caine impression.
This is just the face, Mr. Wayne.
If I
You'll
close my
love me
eyes,
another day.
That's Michael Caine.
Yeah, it's
If
like
I-
a feminine Michael Caine.
That's a very good Michael
I don't
Caine.
think that's Michael. That's Michael
It's
Caine
Michael
if he
Caine.
had CTE or something like.
I'm Michael Caine, and this is my cocaine.
Michael Caine.
Yeah,
Michael Caine.
Yours sounds way more CTE than
Michael
his.
Caine.
What? No, I have the
Caine.
deep. It is a deep.
You have to say my cocaine.
Michael
Michael
Caine.
Caine.
Michael Caine.
Baines
Michael
and
Caine.
Bites on
You're doing
Michael
Forrest
Caine.
Gump. You're just
No,
doing British
no,
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
No.
Go.
All right, hold on.
You're a mentally challenged gay man. and again, that's fine. Again, I want you to be happy.
First off, Forrest Gump is not gay.
Yeah.
He's
He's so
straight as
dumb
fuck.
you could have tricked him
Forrest
into
Gump is
being
pretty
gay.
gay.
Forrest Gump's the straightest
You
man
could've been
alive.
like
Jenny fooled
Forrest.
him.
He does have AIDS.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
You don't
Yes,
just
he
get it
does.
every time.
He didn't get it. She had it.
She had it and
Yeah, but
gave
that
him
proves
AIDS.
the
No,
plot?
no.
Yes.
No, she got it
yes.
after they fucked.
Guys, we've talked about this on here before. The plot of Forrest Gump 2, it was written, but it got turned down because of 9/11. They said they couldn't ruin America's hero because he was going to have AIDS, and so was his son in Forrest Gump 2.
But also-
Really?
and they were going to go to like,
And they were going to do 9/11?
basically.
Like, this country gave me AIDS. So we're going to take something away from me. They took away my red blood cells. So we're taking away the Pentagon.
If I can't be HIV negative, no one can. least of all, Scott Davidson. And then Forrest Gump 3 is just Pete Davidson giving everybody AIDS.
Emily Ratajkowski, come over here.
No, only
Let me give you
mentally
my-
challenged
No, it's
people.
supposed to bleed like that.
Oh
baby.
my
Sweet,
God.
give me
He
my,
only
let me give
gives
you my
it-
sweet AIDS.
He only gives AIDS to mentally challenged people to get back at Forrest Gump. It's like his villain arc.
So that's why
It's
they
a
look like
revenge.
that.
It's a revenge film.
Yeah, it's a revenge film.
Yeah,
we go
Quentin-
dark R-rated for this one.
Quentin's directing it. It's
Yeah.
gonna be his 10th and final film.
Yes,
This
yeah.
is what we get instead of Kill Bill 3.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's what the people
We're
want.
finally gonna
I'm
know
into
what
that.
Pete Davidson's feet look like.
That was a good one. That was a good one. At first, I was a little worried. That was well, the way you just bringing up Pete Davidson's feet wasn't off
What,
brand.
are you, Tony? Are you into feet?
I'm glad they're there.
like for walking
I'm
purposes?
glad they show up, but like,
But, like,
it's
if you
not like
see-
it's
if-
not like I don't really care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if they're clean, like if I was dating someone and she showed up with like pig shit on it, I'd be like, yeah, let's change.
Yeah,
let's
okay.
change that
But
about
like,
you.
okay, like
Yeah.
let's
But, like,
say,
yeah,
if you were dating a girl and she's texted you, she's like, "Hey, like, come home tonight." Like,
Do they make you come?
horny? You know, I got a surprise for
Yeah.
you. And you're like, "Oh, like new lingerie, something." You show up and she just has like, she's like, "I got a French tip on my toenails."
Okay, I'd be like, nice. Let me see the other stuff. Like to me, I'm not gonna be like if she loves her feet and that's what makes her.
But I'm
feel-
saying, would you be mad? Like, if you're like, that was your fucking surprise?
no,
This
because
guy-
we're still hooking. In this scenario, we're still hooking up, so it's like okay.
That's true. I've never been a
Give
foot
it
guy.
the foot
I
massage.
don't
But I think
understand it.
Yeah.
That would also be absurd to be like, I know we're gonna
that's what I
bang,
was-
but
that's what I
how
was
dare
getting at.
You think I
you?
would go walk in and be like, "You're showing me these disgusting motherfuckers again"?
Some people
You're
hate
just
feet.
like your whore mother. Like, what am I? No, I'll be like, nice feet, and now, yeah.
How bad does a foot have to be for you to be like, okay, we can't?
Like I'm talking like I said, covered in pig shit, or
Yeah.
like just like
What if it
How's
was?
you know
it
those.
stink?
The thing that makes me like crawl is like those people that grow out their fingernails.
Yeah, yeah.
Long.
Yeah.
And they
it
roll
wraps.
up?
Like
yeah,
cinnamon rolls?
that, no go.
Yeah.
But like
Okay.
if a foot's a foot. Like
What if she has a bigger foot than you?
trying to go to heaven. So I'm
If
not
she
at the
has,
feet,
and
you
it's
know?
like if she has kind of bad feet, you can glance at them, and now you're not gonna come. Good deterrent. Instead of thinking of baseball, you just look at her nasty feet. There's benefits of both.
There's not. I think there's.
I'm being a glass half full guy. You guys are being glass half empty.
I don't think I know the difference between like a good foot and like an amazing foot.
Yeah, I couldn't pick one up
I
out
don't
of
think
a lineup.
I have that like I don't have that like daredevil power. Like, I feel like that's a power if you know the difference between like a good foot and like an amazing.
I don't know the
I don't
difference
know the
between
Megan
good
Fox
one.
of feet.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so what the
Yeah. Like
from? I don't know a good foot from a bad foot in terms of like that's hot. I know like a dancer's foot is when you can curve it. I don't know if that's what they're into, but when you go like that shit,
Don't dancers have fucked up feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Aren't
they
there-
have like a good art. They can like bend everything forward. Because I was told once I had very good arches on my feet.
Oh, there it is.
By who?
So this is a long-winded way to talk about
your
yourself.
Gay dance
No.
instructor boyfriend?
No. I was 12 years old.
All right.
I was 12 years old. I was
And he
7th grade.
molested you.
Oh no.
I took for some reason. Oh, I used to do this thing
It
where I
was
would
a year
walk.
after I got AIDS.
Molestation story.
I don't know why I used to do this. I don't think I've ever told you guys this. In 7th grade specifically, I would do this thing where I would take my shoes off and walk on my bare toe knuckles, like curled up, just to show that I could. I don't know.
You were
why.
a cool kid.
Yeah. I would do tricks with it and shit.
In school,
Yeah, fuck around. You know?
you were the kid that like took his shoes off in class.
No, not that. That kid was always like
Yeah.
a little like.
Yeah, I
off.
didn't.
You're
yeah.
not. Don't act like you're that different. Fucking. Hey guys, want to see a cool trick? And then taking your toes
First
out
off,
and doing that.
I never like brought it up. It
Kids
was always
laughed
like
at
the
you.
guy at a party that could.
Colin,
sing,
you're
and
bringing
someone's
it
like,
up
"Sing,"
15
and you're
years
like,
later.
Fine.
Yeah.
You brought it
Can
up.
I get to the point? So I did that once.
Please.
And this
Sorry.
girl in my class was like a ballerina, and she was like, "You have incredible dancer's feet." And I was like, "You shouldn't have told me that because I'm never gonna stop."
Because 15 years later, you'll talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's like a point of pride. I'm like, I could be an amazing ballerina if I ever needed to. Like if
You
it came
have
down.
this, Colin. You are a very interesting guy. Every time we like hang out, you'll see like a guy smoking a cigarette, and you're like, I could smoke a cigarette better than that. Or you'll be like, someone compliments you on your feet. I could have been an amazing dancer. Then do it.
Well, I don't want to smoke cigarettes.
You don't want to be a dancer?
Nah, I mean, I would. I mean, I think it would be a cool skill to have for sure.
Then go fucking two-step.
I took dancing lessons one summer.
I took hip hop dancing lessons.
Yeah, my dad
Elementary
just
school.
like.
I would
made
have
me.
paid to see you hip hop dance. It was probably hilariously uncoordinated, and
No, I was actually pretty decent.
you were good.
It was in Germany, so it was all white kids anyway.
okay, yeah, okay, all right, for sure.
It was- yeah.
I
You were
know
a
you're
good
playing in
hip-hop
the fucking
dancer for
D-Lo,
Oh, you
know?
were good for in Germany.
Oh, I was good for yeah.
He was a German
You're like,
prodigy.
I'm the best player on JV.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna back up for like Nicki Minaj or anything, but like for second grade, it was pretty good.
Was it like
asshole.
breakdancing shit? Like with like that shit on the ground or whatever?
No,
Hip-hop
we
is-
did do a funny thing where my buddy Azim, because I couldn't do the spin, so I would get on my head and then he came out and like spin me. So it was like a
Oh
little
my
fun.
God.
Oh,
yeah.
so, but like you were doing that shit, like spinning on the head, dude. That shit's crazy.
Wow.
That shit's cool.
I
With
was,
the
I was
Jabberwockies?
pretty athletic before my parents got a divorce.
Ah,
And
okay.
Food to,
This
you
is
know,
trauma
supplement-
induced.
Yeah,
That makes
Nice.
sense. Okay, all right, for
Way to
sure.
go,
You get it past then.
Jesus Christ, you're making him relive his parents' divorce.
I'm so sorry for. I should have
fine.
trigger warning before I brought that up.
No, that's fine.
Okay, well that's we're here for the we're it's December 20th.
What a transition.
I know. We got too high before this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
Speak for yourself.
speak for yourself.
It's a holiday episode.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
holiday.
Oh
What's
yeah,
more-
it says for Christmas.
that was what my shitty
Day,
transition
yeah.
was going into.
Yeah, you could have just said dance and Christmas.
I stuttered. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
speaking of divorces, Christmas was always the worst time. I got a PlayStation 2, and all I wanted was my family back.
You get 2 Christmases, Tony.
That's always the worst.
The
People
worst
are always
part.
like, you get 2 Christmases. My parents don't talk to each other. My parents, as children, would look at us and be like, so if we like left to the other side of the world, would you really miss your daddy? I was like, yeah, I'll give up 2 Christmases. Because looking back at it, you realize like, oh shit, like there's some fucked up nuggets in there.
Yeah, but like you get a PlayStation 2 and a new game. Did they ever coordinate like that?
No.
There's never. Yeah, I mean that sucks too. Because would they do?
No,
would-
my parents, like I said, once
Yeah,
they
keep
got a divorce,
asking.
they stopped talking. My
No.
parents haven't talked in 18 years.
Oh damn.
Wow.
Did you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
do separate Christmas days, or was it like on Christmas you had to go to 2 different houses?
2 houses.
That sucks.
And then like fly. So once I moved down here to the States, Christmas I would have to fly to Germany.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
That sucks.
So never look at a divorce person and go, at least you got 2 Christmases. Yeah, like fuck that. 1 is good.
Okay.
1's like I think the prime number for Christmases.
That's a fair
Yeah.
fair assessment.
I had 2, and it was pretty tight. I liked it.
really?
Yeah.
We're
My parents were never together.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
a bastard. So that's a bastard. There's a difference between a divorce Christmas and a bastard Christmas.
Yeah. No.
Bastard of
Bastard,
Reno,
Bastard Christmas.
Bastard Christmas is amazing.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
tight.
it's Dale saying Dale.
no, dude.
I like to imagine that they both just smoke Marlboro cigarettes.
Yeah, it was
Why
pretty
was it
chill.
sick?
Huh?
Why was it sick?
Because you get 2 fucking Christmases.
No,
I
but
mean,
see, that's
obviously it was
because,
tight.
like, your
My
dad-
parents were gonna
that
hate each
was
other
definitely
regardless.
funny. Like if one was like too strict or something, you knew, like, you know what I mean. If your mom Christmas sucked, you know your dad would be like, "We're going to fucking the bar" or something
Yeah.
like that. Like that's different.
Yeah. Yeah,
You just drop in.
he'd take me to like the parking lot of a strip club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just leave you there for like a couple hours.
30 minutes. He was nice about it.
Were your parents cool to each other?
No, they fucking hate each other still.
Still,
Wow.
Yeah.
To this day.
To this day. To this day.
how can you hate Mario?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's fun.
How did?
Fun's
feel
the way
about
to
Kanye.
describe him.
All of a sudden he's like, "You heard this guy?
Yeah.
This guy makes some sick beats."
Yeah. It's like, dude, Kanye West, he should make country music. That's really good.
Kanye West should just like stop for a second.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Alex Jones interview?
Yeah.
Wild. I watched the whole 3 hours.
He watched all 3 hours of it?
Yeah, because it is a pivotal point of a man that we like loved as an artist falling apart.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
like
well,
going bonker, like when Alex Jones is the sane one, you're fucking up.
yeah, well,
When
'cause-
Alex Jones is like, "Come on, man, you don't really love Hitler," and he's like, "No, I think Hitler's a pretty good guy. He has some good ideas." You're like, "Kanye, stop it!" I still want to listen to Graduation. Like, I still want to do this.
he's
I mean,
digging
you-
himself a hole.
Well, the funniest part about it is because it's like he's clearly trying to say, like, he's like, "Oh, like bad people did good," like, because he was like, "Oh, I'm thankful." I think the one thing he tried to say, "Oh, I'm thankful Hitler because like Nazis made a microphone that gave me my career." It's like, "Hey, Kanye, you can say that in a way better." He's just like, "Hitler's the best."
He didn't even invent the microphone either, like you said.
Right? Yeah,
It's a
that's
different
all
dude.
That shit. It's just so funny watching them.
Also, it's like Hitler's like the one guy I think as society we've agreed on. You just don't like.
Right? Yeah. Just the one
He's
guy
the
doesn't
one guy
matter.
where you just go, "Yeah, not good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also pretty
he's like the
easy to
poster
not
child.
like.
Very easy.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Even like white supremacists who are like still flying the Nazi thing, like we like Nazis, just not Hitler.
Right.
Like there's even that distinction.
That's
it
a
goes
weird
that
stance to
far.
take.
And then he has a net and a Yahoo because it was like Netanyahu. And then he was doing like a voice. Where
The
he
Israeli
goes,
president or
Israeli
whatever.
Oh,
president,
yeah.
Netanyahu.
Yeah.
He goes, Netanyahu, he's trying to make me look crazy. It's going to take my kids. And I go, he has a point now. I
Yeah.
go, Netanyahu has a case, kind of. It was like bonkers. It was like,
And he's wearing the mask the whole time.
Yeah, that was
But you forget halfway through, you're like, "That's Kanye West." And they're honest to God, like that's what makes it so wild to me is that I'm like, I think the fact that he wore that mask makes it that much crazier because like, you don't actually see him saying it. It literally is like, "Oh, that's a character." It's like it's not even real. It's like he's just sitting there with a mask on.
how thrilled, because he's been hanging out with that kind of neo-Nazi character.
Yeah.
How thrilled do you think they were going to the neo-Nazi board meeting and they're like, "You won't guess who's going to be our next neo-Nazi president." And they're like, "You got Mel Gibson?" And they're like, "Better."
You just hear black skinheads start playing.
Yeah.
just drops the beat.
Dude,
Yeah.
amazing. At one point, Alex Jones he says bullshit, and Ye goes, "Stop, Alex, can we please work on the cuss words?" And I'm like, "Kanye, you just said you like things about Hitler. Like, we have worse words to focus on right now."
No, you still gotta go to heaven,
It's
though, you know?
it's like an interesting case. It's like, his fall is going to be like the fall of the Eagles in the playoffs.
No,
Yeah.
Whoa,
no,
whoa.
no.
First off,
no.
we only think Hitler's
Nice.
Here we go.
Yeah, cut his mic. No, what's funny is I know we were like, hey, we got to make sure we talk about things that because it's coming out on the 20th, so we're like, we got to be talking about things that are relevant. I didn't stop the Kanye talk because I'm positive.
Oh, yeah, it's still
something even crazier will be said by the time this comes out, so it'll be relevant. Like what we're gonna be talking about. They're like, fucking flash in the pan. He's been saying.
Also, this is, I think, this is going to be around for a while.
Oh, he'll occupy Poland by the 20th. He'll do the first.
Where do you guys think that what will happen between now and like New Year's with Kanye?
This
No, sorry. What was you
is
saying?
fucked up. I genuinely think he could be like our O.J. Simpson.
Like he's gonna cut Kim K's head off and drive in a
dude,
Bronco.
if you're acting this sporadic, if like and this is like, I've been around people with like bipolar and sporadic. Like, the guy is going for like through a schizo breakdown. Like, I think he could hurt himself or other people.
Yeah,
He's
that's what I was
losing
gonna
his
say.
mind.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen. That's what's crazy is I thought about that. Like every time he has an episode, I'm like, what if like one of these times like Kanye kills himself and it's like, oh damn, it's gonna be all sad and all that, and then that was like years ago. Now this time, like, which I think it very possibly is going to happen. A lot of people are going to be like, not sad anymore.
They're gonna get
Like,
good. He's gonna
that's
get
great.
good riddance, like rotten peace.
Right?
Like
Yeah, people are
like,
gonna be like happy when he dies now. Like a lot of people, like it's like literally like that. This all happened in the past couple
At
months.
his funeral, there'll be Heil Hitler salutes.
He'll
You
get
went
the
from-
21 howls.
You went from. Also, it's like Kanye. You can hang out with anybody. You're Kanye West. You're friends with Jay-Z, Beyonce,
Yeah.
and you want to hang out with a 24-year-old neo-Nazi that looks like a worse rap boy than him.
Yeah.
Hey, he makes him feel young.
And then Nazi was so funny. Kanye would go on like a wild rant, and then they would be like, "Hey, do you have any?" Like Alex would be like, "What do you think?" And he goes, "I agree with Ye, Alex. Yeah, Ye is a very smart man, and I agree with everything he's saying." I'm like, he's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
He's talking in an Elmo voice. Like, this is just wild.
It is cool too because I don't think neo-Nazis necessarily like black people. I don't know if they
Dude,
hate them.
they're fucking diversifying.
They're opening. They're like, look, it's 2022. Let's
My
broaden our
friend
horizon.
Nicole, I won't say her last name, but my friend Nicole.
is
She's a very no. She's like a very like we went to college together. Very like liberal, very inclusive, all that. And she came over once to my place, and she goes, "You know that girl I matched with on Tinder?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, so I get over there, and I saw like some Nazi apparel around her house.
Okay.
I was just like, "Oh shit! Like, did you just get out?" And she goes, "No, we fucked." And she goes, "Oh my god, really?" And she goes, "It was pretty good."
Wow.
And she goes, honestly, I was surprised. I go, it's kind of nice that the Nazis are letting lesbians in now. Like the Nazis are kind of figuring out, like, I think we need more.
they were like one of the bros. Just
Yeah.
let them in, dude.
Maybe that guy that's with Kanye is just
They're-
dicking him down.
no, he's like, we already have the same haircut. So
What if Nazis become like more woke than like liberal woke people?
Wow.
You're like, the
You say midget? Nazi, it's a Nazi party. We don't say it's about a little man.
how like the Democrats used to be the Republicans and it like flipped. Like
Yeah.
people are like the Nazis killed 6 million Jews, but they're so nice. They're so good. That out of context doesn't sound great for me.
No, it doesn't.
Really glad we got it.
When the Cowboys beat the Eagles, I'm going to clip that out. And I'm going to post it.
Oh shit. Oh well, at least they'll have me.
Yeah.
Glass half full again, dude.
Who, the Nazis?
Yeah.
At least the Nazis will have you.
They
Good.
probably thought
I'm
they
glad,
always had you, Brandon.
I'm glad you have the Nazis.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
we'll always have the Nazis.
Yeah.
Said a Nazi a lot on here. I don't.
I think
It's in the news. Nazis are making a big comeback.
Dude, that is just think about that. If 10 years ago you would be like, "Hey, what do you think the biggest headline in 2022 is going to be?" Nazis.
yeah.
Kanye and Nazis.
Yeah.
I think we should just like have like a movie day where we just show like Raiders of the Lost Ark, just to remind people like, remember these are like the bad guys.
Yeah.
Indy, he's the good guy.
Yeah.
Be Indy.
And they're like, "I don't know. He's misogynistic there."
Doesn't pass the Bechdel test. Can't enjoy it.
yeah.
And that female lead looks a little young in those indie movies.
What's the
Yeah.
what's the Vectel test?
The Bechdel test.
It's when like a movie. It's a test for movies to see in order to pass. It's for like inclusivity with women. 2 female unnamed characters must have a conversation in the film that is not about a man, and like 98% of movies fail.
Raiders of the Lost Ark does pass the Bechdel test.
See, told you. See, yeah, it's inclusive.
It's inclusive.
Also, what are 2 unnamed women supposed to talk about? Like their lives? Ew.
There's a whole
Talk
website.
about boys just like God intended.
There's a whole website dedicated to it, and I was tripping out because when I was looking at it yesterday, because I was explaining it to someone, and Top Gun Maverick passes the Bechdel test.
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
that's
it's
awesome.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh
I
yeah, we
can't.
talked about that earlier. We think
Yeah.
it's the mom and the daughter.
Yeah.
They have to be unnamed.
Oh no, they have to be named. I mean, sorry, not
Okay.
unnamed.
Mom
yeah, I
and the
said
daughter,
unnamed.
and also you have that one fighter pilot.
But when does she ever talk to a woman?
I think she talks to the bartender. Remember when they're
maybe.
kicking that guy out for not having his
Oh,
tab
yeah.
in that joking way?
Yeah, yeah.
I think, yeah.
They just one little 7 quick frames. They're like, we
Also-
got it.
So, question, so does aliens not pass the Vectel test? Because Isn't Sigourney Weaver the only woman in that movie?
There's a lot of stuff like
Yeah.
that where it can be like an actual like movie that's considered like very
Feminine.
progressive,
Yeah.
but it's like,
Alien
oh well.
had babies, so maybe the alien was a woman.
Yeah, we are just
That's a good
assuming
point.
these aliens' genders, which is not very neo-Nazi inclusive of us.
That is right.
What a sentence. Wow.
Wow.
This is such a great holiday episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nothing warms the heart like Nazis.
It does.
Well, but
I hope Mama gets me a new swastika this Christmas.
well, dude, you know what's crazy?
No, little Hitler. You have enough swastikas. But Mama.
Did you guys see that new Netflix movie that came out like a little bit ago, like All Quiet on the Western Front?
Yeah, it's like isn't it from the perspective?
So it's a World War I movie, but it's kind of like 1917 that came out earlier, but it's like about Germans, and it's like these young kids just going to war, and they're super excited because like they're 18 and they're like war, and it's obviously about the tragedy of war, and it's really great. But the problem is it's centered on the Germans because it's like, oh yeah, like everybody suffered,
Yeah.
and it came out like now.
Ooh.
When we're like, oh no, we fucking hate the Germans again. Like it's like we were talking about, maybe show that movie like that.
I think movies like that. Like I tell everybody, if you really want to watch like a great World War II movie, watch The Downfall. It's a German movie with who's the actor? Can you look it up?
Yeah.
Hugo Gans. Yeah,
Hugo
dude. He
Gans.
plays Hitler or Bruno. Yeah, plays Hitler, and it's like the last 3 months before Germany loses the war. I tell people, I go, watch that movie because that movie shows like how big of a sociopath Hitler was. How it was all about him. It was never about really making Germany great. It was about his legacy and make my people rich. It's like, I think movies like that are important because I think it shows like the actual tenets of the Nazi Party are just like not good. It's very selfish and just very, we're going to raise the fucking 1% and then you guys are going to be like our little workers. It's,
I think it's because I think
and
there's
also the racial element also is very bad.
I'll be honest, these Nazi guys sound like they're not too fun. I'll be honest, I don't know. These guys don't sound so chill.
Yeah.
but it also like
Dude, my grandma.
I'm starting to think Kanye West might not be right about this.
My Oma tells me a story. When she was 3, she lived in a small Bavarian village, and at that point, they were like forcing like children, women to like go to war. Go to the front lines.
Yeah.
He's going crazy because he needs everyone. And at 3 years old, my grandma got shot at by Nazi soldiers.
Jeez.
Because they were just going through the neighborhoods. Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts. And like my grandpa, the first time my grandpa, he was like 5 when that was happening. And my great grandpa had a big farmland. The Americans came and said, "Can we put our tanks on your farmland so we could shoot at the Nazis?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course."
yeah.
So the Germans are shooting at my grandpa's house. He's crying. And he says, a soldier runs down the basement, gives him a Hershey bar. And then the little German he knew, he goes, "Don't worry, we shoot next." And then they started shooting at the Nazis.
Wow.
And retreated.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
That's
sick.
that's
'Cause, dude,
badass, bro.
No, but like a lot of people, they don't see that where it's like, you look at that time and you think, oh, everybody was like these like,
They love the Nazis.
Yeah.
Is what it's portrayed as in a lot of movies.
and a lot of people did. It's kind of like, I would say it's kind of like, and I don't want to get too political, but like those super MAGA people that like attacked the Capitol,
yeah.
where they've been brainwashed so much that they would go to the extreme lengths for a guy.
Yeah.
For most of Germany's, like most America, was just like fucking like
Yeah.
we have bills to pay. We don't,
And it's like something as Americans that we don't really ever experience is war on our own like turf.
That's,
Yeah.
So that's the thing too. People's house like that. Your grandpa's house is getting shot at by
Yeah.
tanks. That didn't happen to my American
Hey,
grandpa
also,
or great
as
grandpa.
a German, a dual citizen.
Yeah.
Hey, America, let's not forget we nuked 2 major cities. I always love that. How we love to forget that aspect.
Yeah.
They're always just like, we can't believe what Russia's doing.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, and what's happening in the Pakistan, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you dropped 2 nukes.
On a really small country.
Very small.
we fucked them up so bad they made Godzilla. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's plausible that a lizard could get that big. You guys dropped something the world has never seen, and we're just like, you know what? It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna make one too.
That's how Pokemon came to exist.
And it's funny because the war was so long, Americans joined in so late, and then our reason for Japan is like we were like they were never gonna surrender. We've been in war for like 2.5 years. Like we're tired, and Japan's like this is our 14th season we're going into here.
It's like going on a date with a girl, first date. You're 20 minutes in, and you're just like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, jerk off, because it doesn't look like we're gonna fuck. And she's just like, she goes, the appetizers. We haven't even finished the appetizers. It's like, yeah.
But
We're still at Chili's. We're still at Chili's.
But then Chili's disintegrated after.
Your cum was an atom.
And then you did it again.
And then you're like, that was fun.
You know what? I don't think you got the message.
2 loads will show her.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Oh shit! I like that you guys. I could feel you guys giving me dirty looks as I tried to like dive slightly deeper into his divorce. Like that's not an okay topic, and we're like, nuke him, kill him, Nazis. Fuck you guys.
No, I'm fine with it. Like I don't.
Well, yeah, I thought we were having like an adult conversation. You're like, but we're not talking about sports, dude. What are we gonna do?
Hey,
Hey.
you can't have sports without divorce.
Exactly. Sports make the best. Divorces make the best children.
And most pro
and
athletes
sports-
have multiple families.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it's the Christmas.
Why aren't you an
year.
athlete? You could have been.
I actually retired from football in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I say retired because it was a retirement.
What happened?
So I was terrible. I was I walked out to try out to be quarterback, and my coach just goes, "Look at you," and then so I became an offensive lineman. he literally goes, "Look at you," and I go, "Fair point." So I was terrible. I was it was C team, so it's like the
Yeah.
C team, 3rd string of C team. Yeah. So it would be because we had a pretty big high school.
Okay.
So they would have like 3 football
Here
teams.
in Texas?
Yeah, in shirts. So they would have 3 just to like let younger kids play to maybe they'll grow into their body, you know. But I was awful. C team 3rd string, and it was towards the end of the year, and a running back fumbles the ball, and I'm right there, pick it up, run it in for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So defense goes on, makes a stop. We have to go back on the field, and my coach goes, "Come on, Casillas, get out there." And I looked at my coach, and I go, "That's the best I'll ever do." I looked at him, I go, "That's the best. A score touchdown? We won the game. It was the game-winning. We were going to win the game." It's like, "That's the best I'll ever do. Just let me retire now on a high note." And he just goes, "Fair enough."
Wow, you're you're
That's
like
an incredibly mature. Like,
In
No, 'cause
7th
I was
grade?
because it was just awful.
That
'Cause
divorce fucked
hated,
you up.
I hated football. I love football, but I
Yeah,
hated
yeah.
playing. Especially I was pretty decent at bowling. I was like, I'll just bowl. But
That's a great trade-off.
yeah.
I was
fair.
pretty good at bowling, so I picked that.
you can do it 24/7. It's air conditioned.
Every footballer yearns to be a bowler deep down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I retired.
Wow.
That's
Didn't play the
cool.
last 2 games of the season. Just got to chill.
Got to retire on the top, though. You know,
That's what I'm
You
saying.
did right.
You had the
did it right.
Seinfeld exit. My retirement was like on the bench, 20 pounds lighter than I should be, just going out like an AIDS patient. Like it was sad. So I respect that. That's also insane that like they were saying, as a kid you were just like, this feels like my ride off into the sunset. And you just fucking
I just knew. Also, it's like I didn't like. I came from like the German weather to the Texas heat.
fuck
Being out there in
yeah.
the summer, I was like, "This is hell."
When did you move here? What year?
7th grade.
Okay, damn. Okay, yeah.
oh
So yeah.
wow, I thought you came a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Were you playing American football in Germany?
We'd throw like the ball around. It was cool. The cool thing was like I taught a lot of my like German classmates about football.
Okay,
Like
that's
I
cool.
remember
Yeah.
first, 2nd grade, we had to do like a class presentation of what you like, and I did American football. I had like highlights.
Hell
I
yeah.
had fucking. It was I had to go all the way back to the '90s, like to the Troy Aikman years for the Cowboys. It was bad.
Yeah, that's
tight.
rough. Is like they're like, yo, so your team wins the Super Bowl a lot, and you're like, they did.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of kids walking around, or grown people now walking around Germany being like, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys haven't lost a game in 20 years.
We love the Dallas Cowboys. They're the best.
And in Germany, we would have to watch the game, me and my dad, because it's 7-hour time difference. So the games are like,
Oh shit.
the noon games are at 7 p.m.
Wow.
3 o'clock are at 10, and then the late night are like 2, 3 in the morning.
Jesus
So
Christ.
if the Cowboys were doing like Sunday night football, my dad, I would go to bed around 5 or 6, wake me up for the game, watch the game. Go
That's
back.
great.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
That's a cool memory. That's fun though.
You got woken up to watch Tony
Football.
Romo go 8-8.
He's thinking of ways to hurt you right now.
Why are you going after him?
No, can I
He's
be
a
honest?
nice man.
Just
I
because
love
I was
Tony
trying
Romo.
to think around what age that would have been. I do now. I love Tony Romo. I didn't know
he was great.
anything about him like when he was on the Cowboys, and now that he's an announcer, I think he's a
don't-
jolly spirit.
He's a great man.
Yeah,
He was great.
He just came after,
close personal friend of yours.
not close personal friend, but I'm just saying the way you came after that man who was undrafted and who inspired millions of Americans to come after a man like that. Go 8-8. It
I
wasn't
don't
his
know. I
fault.
don't know if he inspired millions of Americans.
I think so.
You think he inspired millions of Americans?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, I don't really remember.
Not just on football field. Remember he fucked. Who did he fucked?
Candace.
Oh shit.
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica
Yeah,
Just
Simpson.
best.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he probably $500,000 for football, and then once he would start fucking Jessica Simpson, the other half is like, I want to be like him.
I could see that part. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's possible.
Is that when you changed on him when he got Jessica Simpson? You're like, that's a good man right there.
I mean, I'll be honest. It helped a little.
Yeah.
It did.
Because you had Nick Foles who was not fucking anybody.
First off, big penis.
Huge penis.
Yeah, but he doesn't fuck. He's like
Huge.
a Christian, like he's like a weird Christian guy.
Yeah, dude, it's
But,
like getting pizza for every meal. It loses its lust. He keeps his sword sheathed, and only the greatest knights get to handle it. You fucking idiot.
And I'm the gay guy.
He
You just wrote an erotic fan fiction.
on Nick Foles.
He
Hey,
unsheathed.
I stand by everything I said.
Why are you a Philly fan? You're from California.
Cause
Like,
when-
I get him. It's like the depression. You
Yeah.
know, I've been to your city. Not a fan.
gross.
Hey,
it's so gross.
It's
we have a
sick-
grid system.
Cool.
Congrats.
Yeah, that
Salt
was,
Lake
that
City.
was great in 1886. And your city is gross. The people are very scary.
Why?
They're just violent, aggressive people for no reason.
Well,
I get it, but at first I was like, these people are aggressive, and then I drove down your city for 30 minutes, and I was like, oh, I would be on edge like that too if I lived in the city.
he's got heart.
I got booed
Well, yeah.
just for saying I'm a Cowboys fan.
Hey.
Yeah, why would I mean you
No, but like not just a boo. Like I expected like a minute, but it was just like, "Ah, we like this guy, but now you're our enemy.
Well,
And it
yeah,
was just
dude.
like, huh?
But they don't actually hate you.
No, but the thing is, then so I met with some of them afterwards, and then people were like, "Oh man, we took it easy on you, man. Like I've been to games where we poured beer on children that were Dallas Cowboys."
They probably deserved
And then
it.
they're laughing, and I just go, "You're a Marvel villain. You're a Marvel villain, and you should be shot."
I'll be honest. Maybe I am a bad person. I pictured that. If I saw that,
I'd be hyped.
I mean, dude, if I saw a grown man dump a beer on a kid, like, and I like to imagine he's got a balloon, and he drops the balloon. That'd be the funniest
flies
thing.
away.
Yeah, it'd be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'm with you. I
Yeah.
like this. This would make me chuckle. I thought it was when I was in Philly, a Cowboys fan was trying to get on the train and it was packed, and they were like, "Fucking push them out!" And then I looked and they were not on. I was pulling away. Weren't on the train, bro.
Oh my god.
They pushed them off the train. It was really cool. Like 5 stops before we were at the stadium too. So
That is crazy.
yeah, so I'm an Eagles fan because I grew up in Orange County. We didn't have San Diego's 2 hours away. It's far. San Francisco's
opposite.
far.
Yeah.
We didn't have a team. We didn't have.
San Francisco's far.
Yeah.
Philadelphia's on the other side of the country.
No, I'm sorry.
You can't make that excuse.
I'm saying we didn't have a local team, so there wasn't like a local one for me to fall into. And then it just came to I was a kid, and
Okay.
in Madden, I was like, I like their helmets. I remember I asked my dad,
That's
I
a
was
big-
like, can I be an Eagles fan? Their helmets are cool. And he always told me, he's like, I said, yeah, because you were like 4. If I thought it was, I should have just said no. I didn't think it was going to stick because he's
Yeah.
a Dolphins fan. So because he grew up like watching Marino and shit. So he was like, I thought you would forget about it. He's like, I had already bought you Dolphins jerseys. You stopped wearing them. Like I refused to wear them after. So I just stuck. But I've been a fan for long enough where I don't feel guilty, but I do have to always explain
I get
myself.
the helmet thing.
Yeah.
That's like that. That's always surprises me when someone that doesn't live in Cleveland is a Browns fan.
Yeah.
You pick that?
Would you like losing an orange?
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
No, they
It's
got to
not
be an
even-
underdog
It's
guy.
not even cool orange though. If you want underdog, go Bengals.
Yeah.
Go like Bengals. If you want underdog, go like what else? Who Bills at
Jags.
the time were an underdog.
Bills
I think there was definitely a time where it became like almost a meme to be a Browns fan, though, and that's
Whereas I'm
definitely
thinking
how they
were
gained
just, they
some.
were just known for being the worst.
Or
Yeah.
That
Saints,
was their
or
thing.
Saints. They
Yeah.
had a cool logo.
What do
Yeah.
you mean? They got Ricky Williams.
Yeah, but they were bad for a long time.
I know.
They got Drew Brees.
That whole
They were all
06 thing, whatever that was. And
A
then,
hurricane,
yeah.
and then
And
they won a championship.
That whole
Yeah.
yeah, imagine going through that hurricane. You're listening to this podcast. You're a huge fan. You went through Katrina, and you just dialed it down to that whole 06 thing. You know that little thing that came through.
that little blip in
If you asked a lot of fans from a lot of different states, if you're like, hey, you guys can win a Super Bowl, but a hurricane is going to ravage your city,
That's a good point.
a lot of them would be like, okay,
Yeah,
bring me the Super Bowl.
you think
Yeah.
so?
I think an alarming amount. I just especially like
Yeah.
Philly, bro. You asked Philly like 5 years ago, no Super Bowl. Like, hey, you guys win a Super Bowl, but half your population's gonna get wasted.
Yeah,
They'd be like, cool. I hate all of them anyway.
you're right. Sports does that to people.
Yeah.
Sports brings something weird. Because I remember like, I was gonna maybe do it like boycott the Qatar World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear for like months and months, like, oh, they were using like slaves from India.
Yeah.
All this.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
then
that.
I'm sitting there, I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, well, fucking, I'll see how Germany's doing against Costa Rica. You know? And then cut to 10 minutes later, I'm like, fuck them slaves.
Bro,
And then 90 minutes, we lose. Germany lost. They didn't advance. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, you know what? Fuck Qatar. None of this counts anyway.
same thing though, dude. I'm like sitting there looking at Twitter, like there's so many atrocities in the United States. They need to change, and then we score a goal, and I'm like, USA.
Also, I think it's the same thing.
USA.
I think it's the same thing where it's like, back to this like the America thing.
Mm-hmm.
America goes, oh, they have slaves and they're doing this.
Yeah.
Walk on 6th Street. Some days it looks like Zombieland. It's just
It's
like
rough.
you look at the prison system, how they basically are indentured servants and
Mm-hmm.
slaves. So it's just like,
What you're saying is not so bad.
what I'm saying is we're killing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love pointing. We're just like, oh, they work with Saudi Arabia. And it's like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, exactly. There's to be one of those people to stand on that ground. That means like, okay, then don't use an iPhone because it's made by children. Don't use this. Like, it just is like where. Yeah, I want to go to a bar and pretend I'm the most patriotic dude and wear American flag clothing and yell at the TV like I give a fuck about soccer and not care again as soon as the U.S. loses on Saturday. Like
They're
that's
not gonna lose. I think they have a chance to go 1 or 2 rounds.
They have looked good with all the opponents they played. Well, by the time this comes out, they'll be
Oh, right.
Probably
yeah.
eliminated.
probably eliminated. It'll be
When's the finals?
I don't know. Let me look that up real quick because it's got to not be that far away, right? Because now we're in the.
It's elimination, so it's quarterfinal, semi.
Huh.
I think 3 more rounds.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
finals.
Could be
Because
like
it's the final
3 more weeks
16.
then.
Mm-hmm.
So then it would go to 8 after, right? And then
That's how it.
and
Yep.
then
Good math.
Yeah.
And
And then
What's
what
after
comes
that?
after 8?
What's after 8? Cut that in half.
4.
4.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the final
And then
then
how
what?
many?
How many-
And then this many.
2.
Yeah. And then after that, one.
1. And that's who wins.
And who's gonna win?
USA. Us, dude. USA.
USA.
I don't know.
that'd
Probably
be wild if we
probably
win
France.
this one too. That would be fucking
think we'll-
insane.
I think.
I'll be honest. I kind of don't even like because if we do win, it's like that's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's obviously we'll care, but also it's because the amount of people that are going to care if we do win, are gonna, like I don't know. I just get mad.
The Fairweather fans, if we win against Netherlands, there's gonna be so many.
They're gonna kick
fans.
in now.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
gonna come in and be like, "We're gonna make it."
Yeah.
We fuck the.
But I'll be there, dude.
Don't worry. Fuck the Dutch. Fucking stupid ass
Oh,
dummies.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't I say Netherlands was going to be the country I was rooting for?
You
The
did.
US
You
didn't lose. So now I'm fucked. Or no, I'm good.
You root for USA.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like even if we win, I'm like
One thing, would you agree though? I think football fans, U.S. football fans, need to learn from European soccer fans.
Oh yes, dude. Even I got to see when I was in Germany. They have an American football league there, and I got to
Frankfurt
see.
Galaxy was my team.
Oh hell yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I got to see that like their championship, their Super Bowl game, and it was a packed soccer stadium, but they cheered like a soccer game. They had the fucking long horns, the giant flags.
They have
chants
chants.
the whole game, and I was like, this is so cool. It's such, and even Austin FC, the soccer atmosphere there is one of the best sporting atmospheres I've ever been to.
'Cause football is just so aggressive.
Yeah,
I think it's more. I don't know.
Yeah.
it's.
You,
What are you saying?
you guys have fucking clowns in your stadium too.
Oh yeah.
Pouring
Everybody's
beers
like
on kids' heads.
But
but
that's-
do a cheer when you're abusing children.
that's a really good point. You couldn't do that.
No.
for some football.
I feel like if I went to the Eagles, even as an Eagles fan, if I was wearing an Eagles fan and started doing like a musical number, they'd be like, "Shut up, faggot."
Yeah.
You know, like that's what would happen.
Yes.
But also, though, the Eagles get shit for this, and I think it's the one cool part is I like the Fly Eagles Fly chant. Like, dude, getting to go to the game and do the Fly song after we scored was so cool because the whole stadium's singing it. Like, that's cool. It's kind of like the soccer thing of that. But the chants throughout would not work. You're
It'd be
right.
Amazing.
It's too aggressive. Like, imagine a chant going on while there's like 8 Eagles and Cowboys fans fist fighting on top of 3 children who have been trampled to death. Just full-blown rage in the cage match. That'd be sick. And there's just like, so they're doing Enter Sandman behind him.
It's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. Santa's already dead, pelted to death with batteries.
Wow.
I feel we get too much shit for that.
That was the 70s. That
Yeah.
wasn't us.
I hate when people bring that. They're
Kill
like, you're,
Santa Claus.
dude, I can't stand that. Like, someone will say something about the Eagles on Twitter, and like the first reply is like, "You guys threw batteries at Santa." Guess, yeah, did we or did we throw it at Greg? Santa's not fucking real, you idiot. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care.
Wow.
I really be honest. I don't care.
Brandon, I
Wait,
think
wait.
you might just be an Eagles
What?
fan because you have repressed anger.
Fuck you, dog.
No. What do you mean he's not real?
Tony, I don't know why either of your parents didn't tell you it's either Christmas.
They had 2 chances.
Damn. Damn.
They didn't want to be the bad. Well, that would be funny if they didn't want to be the bad guy. They wanted the other parent to be the bad guy.
Nose goes.
To get that upper edge. So they're both like, "We're just not gonna tell him."
Tony, your mother wanted me to tell you this.
That's so funny.
Damn. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real?
Pretty late. Probably like 9.
Really? My parents, so it was always my mom doing it. She slacked one year. This is how I got. Well, first off, this was the big thing. We used the same wrapping paper for both presents. So like I'd be like 3,
shit.
and I'd be like, "Why does Santa use our wrapping paper?" And they're like, "So that you don't know it's from him until you open it." And I'm like, "Oh."
Good lie
And
though.
like we would do presents from each other on Christmas Eve, and then Santa presents on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And sometimes on Christmas Eve, I'd be like, "That present says Santa," and they'd be like, "He must have dropped one off early." Oh. And then one year I came down first, and there was nothing under the tree, and I woke up and both my parents were like sleeping in. I'm like, shit, and I'm like, I'm starting to think something's fucking going on.
There's no like universal Santa laws or rules. So there is always that funny thing. I remember as a kid first becoming suspicious because some parents do, like my parents do one gift is from Santa, the rest are from them. Some people do every gift is from Santa. So I remember I was like, yeah, my mom got me. They're like, all your gifts aren't from Santa? And I was like, what the fuck, Santa? Like, why do I only
You
get
start
one gift?
comparing
And I
with
was
other
like,
kids.
yeah.
I love your parents for doing that.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
want-
like,
they
we want the
some-
glory.
Yeah, for going like, hey,
Yeah.
I did this. Not that fat fuck. Not Fatty McFatstein.
And the present from Santa's always socks. Like they give you, like Santa gives you the shittiest one. You're like, this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, Santa was the big gift. Like, if you wanted a bike that year, it was like you asked Santa for the
Right,
bike,
that
and
ma-
then
yeah,
your
yeah.
parents got you like
One gift.
a handful of other
One
gifts.
gift from Santa's your uncle uncomfortably rubbing your leg. And he just goes, "This one's from Santa." And you're like, I don't want Santa to come anymore.
That was a repressed memory. I forgot about that Christmas.
Now go ahead and get the milk and cookies.
The milk was so thick that year.
When a family member like ruins Christmas by yelling a racial slur, and then afterwards they're like, "That one was from Santa," and you're just like, "Santa, stop it!"
So this is the first Thanksgiving that I missed going home. And my family does have those occasional issues where like politics get brought up.
Yeah.
It was really bad during the whole terrible time of it. But then recently there had been a good pact where there was no politics allowed, and everyone was sticking to it. And holidays had been good because they would always end up in someone yelling and leaving. Well, I guess my grandma invited some of their church friends over, and I missed Thanksgiving. But my cousin was telling me there's a kid that we still do a kids table unless you're married. You're at the kids table. So he said this old guy cut
If you ain't married by law.
Me and Erica have to sit at the kids table still.
Really?
Yeah, we're still at the kids table. But the kids table has the view of the TV with football on.
Question. So let's say you got married.
Yeah.
God forbid something happened to your wife.
Back to
She
the kids.
dies.
The motion.
They're like, you sit back at the adult table and they're like, you ain't married, loser.
Hey, yeah, your dad looks at you.
Your
Hey,
dead
son.
wife is
I
the
don't see a
reason
ring
you
on
got
that
to
finger.
sit.
I have to sit under the table like I trolled in beer pong.
No, they
Until
just,
I'm married again, I can't come to the top of the table.
no, they just play all the single ladies and they go, "Hey, Brandon, you know this song, don't you?"
But they said basically, my grandma invites her church friend. This 75-year-old guy just came over and started talking to them about like immediately like, you guys don't believe in 9/11, right? That was
Hell
his
yeah.
opening.
Wait, Aaron Rodgers was at your family's Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yeah, my cousin's Deshaun Kaiser.
That was wild.
Dude, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Aaron Rodgers is walking up to a new player just like, so you think 9/11 happened?
No, he said, "You don't believe in 9/11, do you?"
And he's like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Do you know how to read a 4-3 defense?" Glosses over like it's nothing.
Wow, holy shit.
You got two pass rushers coming at you, right? All right.
So did a fight break out in your family's house?
I guess it started into an art because the problem is I have an uncle. He's just like me. We're very like anger repressed, hot-headed, love to troll. So then that guy comes over and is same thing like 9/11, and my grandpa's like inside job, and then my uncle's like, nah, George Bush, great guy, didn't, and then like. It just he lights the fire,
Yeah.
He pours gas on the already burning fire, and I
On the
guess
beams.
yeah, I guess
Wait, so he doesn't. He's saying he thinks it wasn't the terrorists, but he also thinks it wasn't George Bush. He's like, George Bush is great. It's something deeper. Like
I don't even know. I didn't get the full like 100% story, but yeah,
Well, you got
just
to figure it out.
I'll
need to
come
know.
back with it. Yeah,
Well, if
he's coming to Christmas, and I'm gonna be home for Christmas. So I'm
nice.
gonna meet this man, and I'm gonna, like I said, just like my uncle, I'm a troll. I am gonna ask a lot of questions.
You guys should do a pod.
I'm gonna try and be like, hey, do you like shots? And he's gonna be like, probably throw the shot over my shoulder, get this guy fucked up. Get him saying some crazy things.
Yeah.
You get there, it's just Alex Jones. You're just like, oh, get the hell out of here.
Dude, conspiracy people are always funny because they
Yeah.
bring up the conspiracy at the worst time. Like, I had a buddy, we're doing shows in Houston, and it's like 4 of us in a car, go to the secret group, music's bumping,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, it's going to be a good night. We're going to do some sets, and then we're going to go out, have some drinks.
Yeah.
We have an Airbnb. It's going to be like a fun weekend. And then he's just like, man, we're listening to like a song. He goes, you know who produced this? The guy, he fucking flew on Epstein's airplane. And just goes off. And I was just like, hey, Reed, what are we going to do about it? It's 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Are we going to go stop Epstein now? Because if you have a plan, I'm down. But if you don't have a plan, let's just go hang out.
Yeah. It's what we were saying earlier. You're gonna just stop using an iPhone because
Yeah.
little kids like who gives a fuck?
So you're still on 9/11?
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah, dude. Get a new
Get a new
conspiracy
one.
there, you
Yeah.
boomer.
Birds aren't real.
Fuck, dude. So what do you guys think? Realistically, what do you guys think is going to happen in this Eagles-Cowboys game? Because this is going to come out right before it. So
I think it's gonna be a lot closer. Like I think it's gonna be a better game than last time.
The
'Cause
last game was
you guys
like-
have been playing better, and we've kind of been muddling through. I mean, we have to make it through the Titans and everything else first, but I feel like you guys are gonna have a big game from like not Zeke, not Pollard, from like fucking like
Miles Austin
You're
is
going
going
to
to
sign Des Bryant. Yeah.
No,
Something
I think
like that.
I think like Odell. If we get Odell, that will be the game. He should.
That's exactly what will happen. Yeah, it'll be his first game,
Right.
and he'll have like 80 catches for 500
Or
yards.
it won't be his first game. It'll be like his first good
catches.
game back. He'll have 2 games with like, why'd they even sign him? 2
Yeah.
catches, 12 yards, and then he'll catch.
But that's
3
what I
touchdowns.
want from him.
2
I want-
catches, 12 yards.
No, yeah, honestly, I want him to barely use him, and until we like need him, because I want him to be like the wide open guy where you don't use him for the entire game, and then an important play he's wide open in the corner because the defense, slacked on him because they're like, oh, he's washed.
The problem is he doesn't want wide open guy money. He wants
Oh, because he lost all of his
Elite-
money.
in cryptocurrency
Yeah.
like
I
a dumb
forgot about
fuck.
that.
He had his whole contract in cryptocurrency, and I think they said something that it was like it was a small one because it was a late year contract, but it was
Yeah,
supposed
small.
It was like it was above $1 million, and then now they said it's worth like 400,000, which is still money, but that's a huge,
That's tough.
insane. You played for the vet minimum basically last year is what he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wants a long term contract, is why people are hesitant.
And he's like, what? He's like 30 or 30?
He's 30. He's not old, but he's coming off 2 major knee injuries, which is just.
Well, he was winning you guys the Super Bowl
Yeah,
until he got
he
hurt.
pretty
Like
much
he's
did,
still
yeah.
still
Yeah.
got some gas in there.
Oh, I'm
But
sure
is he
he-
better than Quez Watkins? We'll have to see.
Yeah. Not better than AJ
Skinny
Brown.
Batman.
No, I think if the Cowboys defense stays healthy, and Dak, because I think last week Dak wasn't like his form. Dak
Yeah.
looks like he's back, he's comfortable, and I think if Zeke and Pollard, that combo is amazing. And I think if all our key pieces stay healthy and our defense stays healthy and plays the way they are, I think we finish out the rest of the season with dubs.
Yeah.
And I think NFC Championship could happen.
I'll be honest. I would like to see a rematch. Whoever, like, even if you guys win on Christmas, that would be a cool NFC Championship if it's
Yeah.
possible.
I think to the
and
Eagles,
Cowboys.
That'd be fun.
it always feels like the Eagles when they play 2 games against the Cowboys, and there's always one where they just play so bad.
We always split. Yeah.
and so I could see us winning up until the Cowboys, and then we're however many wins, 1 loss, and then we just lose by like 30, and then it's
Right.
just
Where it's
the
not even a
news
game.
cycles for weeks and weeks. But that'll be a huge game because I think at that point, if the Eagles are to win that game, that's like a humongous statement win for them. So it's going to be great football either way.
Well, has there been a game this year where you're just like, oh no, it's falling apart?
Well, we lost.
I mean, the past 2 games.
The Commanders, and then even beating the Colts was like that. And then
Oh yeah, the Colts game.
we did good against the Packers. The defense looked a little shaky, but we put up 41 points.
we're also
and then
missing like 5 guys on.
and then
defense, too.
this week, well, it already came out, but when we're recording this, they play the Titans. I'm worried about Derrick Henry running because again, our run defense is like a humongous problem with Jordan Davis out. He's supposed to
back.
play, but it's like first game back, you never know. So they have some tests, but I'm excited. I think the playoffs are going to be really fun. Our whole division right
He's
now
currently making it.
is
right?
making the playoffs if
That'd
it were
be
to end.
So
Cool.
fucking
After all the NFC Beast jokes last
That's
year
what
about
I'm-
how shitty we were.
Well, not even just that. Like, remember, like during like the Romo eras too. Like that was the thing every year. It
Yeah.
was like no one ever repeated,
was-
it, but we
Look,
were
they
like
made
the
it
worst
at 8
division
and
in
8.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so bad, like collectively. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
just so funny. Like
Honestly,
yeah,
up until
But we
this
weren't
year.
Yeah.
though. If you think about, like there's some years like, 2 of the 4 teams were terrible.
I guess
But
it
it's
was-
weird.
yeah.
Our division, in our lifetime, 2 Super Bowls by the Giants,
One by the Eagles.
1 by the Eagles. I had 1 for Cowboy because I'm a '94 baby.
Yeah.
1 by the Eagles. So
Didn't
it's
the
like,
football team win
have
at some
4
point, like in the
in
early
like the
2000s?
70s.
no,
No?
they didn't win
Oh
it.
shit. Okay.
We
Yeah.
have 4 Super Bowls, which is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Pretty good for. I mean,
for division.
Well, especially because like the
division
AFC
has, like,
East owns like 15 of them, all because of the Patriots and shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not that bad. We got to wrap up here real quick. If you want to plug anything, plug your podcast and all that.
First off, I want to say thank you guys for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming on,
I
dude.
was-
First guest.
This community we shared together made me totally forget about the little chair incident.
Yeah.
I was about to say. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah, sorry about the
I'm
chair.
glad I didn't walk out in anger
Yeah.
when I saw the chair, when I sat down on this chair.
Us too.
I love you boys. You guys are fantastic.
Thanks, dude. We love you too.
You guys can find me at the Thoughtless Experiment podcast, the podcast me and my boy Sean Riley do. We just emailed Alex Jones to possibly be a guest.
Wow.
And we think it might happen. So
Wow.
it's gonna be
Hell
crazy. Me and Sean think, because we're gonna ask him some real questions.
Yeah.
So our goal is either to have a big laugh or to get him to storm out.
Fuck yes.
So Thoughtless Experiment, and you can find me at comedian Tony Casillas. I do shows all over Austin. I post that on my stories, and then I'm with Michael Blaustein this weekend at the LOL San Antonio. Oh, they won't see that.
It'll be on the 20th.
I just killed 5 shows with Michael Blaustein at the LOL San Antonio.
Fuck yeah.
It's gonna be out in the
20th, yeah,
and then second week of January, we are redoing our Trevor Wallace dates, where I open in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida.
Hell yeah, dude.
So second week of January, go get tickets. It should be fun.
Fuck yeah. Thank you for doing the pod. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. The episodes will be back to a normal release schedule after this one's on January 2nd or 4th is when they'll start coming out normal again. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Third and Inches.